Hello everyone. Today's topic, as you can see, are tenses. Now we are familiar with the concept of tense. Tense is equal to is time of action, and action is, yes, you guessed it right, verb. Now tenses play a crucial role in the English language as it denotes the time of an action. That is, verb, as we know, takes place whether sometime in the past, in the present, or will take sometime in the future. So tenses, if we divide them in categories, there are three: present, past, and future. So we can say that tense is a time of action. So as you can see in this chart, I just told you it is present, past, and future. Present is right now, past is something that has already happened, and future is yet to happen. So in English, if we represent it on a timeline like in maths, we will see that the present is at 0, and when we move to minus side we see past, and plus side we see future. So towards the left is past and towards the right is future, if we consider it as a number scale. So the first thing that we study about past, present and future is the simple form: past simple, present simple and future simple. They are just V1 is present, V2 past, and V1 plus will or shall makes the simple future tense. It's the most simple. So present tense is a tense that expresses an action that is currently going on, and it represents things that are habitually performed or a state that currently or generally exists. Means like some habits that you have that you do regularly, or some things that are always true, like the universal truths that generally always exist. So that state of being. Now simple present tense, present, it is also known as present indefinite tense, right? Denotes a stative or habitual or eternally true action that's always true. Okay, like generally simple present tense is used to indicate an action which happens always, regularly, every day, daily, normally, generally, usually, occasionally. So whenever you find something in accordance to these explanations, they are always expressed in simple present tense. What is the structure? Subject, third person or single number, then verb 1, S or ES, depending on the number of the subject. Then subject all other kinds, we have V1 plus any object. So when they are singular, then we add S or ES in the verb, and they are plural, we add nothing to the V1. When be verbs work as main verbs in a sentence, not all the times the main verbs, the action words, are seen. Sometimes the sentences just have the helping auxiliary verb and they act as the main verbs, the be forms. We have already studied this in the verbs, and then they have different structure. I usually wake up at 6 a.m. These are a few examples. You can see Earth is bigger than Mercury. There is no action happening here. It's just a state of being. Yeah? Helping verb is acting as the main verb. Now, present continuous tense. The present progressive, continuous is also called as progressive because it is in continuity, is used to indicate the ongoing time, right now. However, the stative verbs do not usually take the form of present progressive, even though they refer to the present time. Now, continually, perpetually, at this moment, at the moment, right now, this season, this year, forever, etc. are usually the signs of a verb to take progressive tense. However, these signs are not necessary all the time for a verb to present progressive tense. Now, these are all usage. You need to focus more on the structure and use. The usage you will understand slowly. Okay, so don't stick to it. It's just for your information. Okay, so we focus on the structure. Subject plus am is are plus verb plus ing plus any object that is there. Okay, You need to remember the structure, children. Okay, present continuous tenses cannot exist without the verb ing form and the helping verbs am, is, are. Okay, now see the examples. You're already familiar with simple and continuous tenses, right? Now these are all the usage rule when we use the present simple tense. Go through them, you already know them. Just read these. This is important for you to understand the usage and the form of negative, positive and question. Okay, now these are few examples of simple present tense and present progressive tense. You can go through them as well. Now this is a simple exercise where we put the simple present or progressive tense. Okay, progressive means continuous. Yes, so you solve this, pause and solve and check. So you see the examples. Look, he lives is leaving the house. We cannot say he leaves the house, right? Quiet please, I am writing. She usually walks to school. So when the minute the usually word comes, it is indicating a habit, habitual action. So we used simple present. Every Sunday, see again an occurrence that always happens. He often, again, a repeating occurrence. Then we are playing at the moment. Automatically we used present continuous. The child seldom cries, never cries, showing an action of habit. Okay, so now we go to past tense. The past tense refers to the event that have happened in the past. The simple past is a verb tense that is used to talk about things that happened or existed before right now. Okay, imagine someone asks your brother Rahul did while he was in the town last weekend. So how will you express that? Okay, in past tense, simple past tense. Now, simple past tense, as we also call it past simple, past indefinite or pretty, right, is a verb tense which is used to show that a completed action took place at a specific time in the past. The simple past is also frequently used to talk about the past habits and generalizations. This is very important, past habits and generalizations. Read on the detailed description example, simple past exercises. Most important thing, the structure. Subject plus V2. Yes, V2 is simple past tense. Remember that always. Never V3. Go, went, gone. You'll never use gone in simple past tense. Always went. Okay. So for this you need to remember all three forms of a verb. They should be on your fingertips. That's why we always practice. So now verbs with irregular forms. Question are made with did and negative forms with did not. Okay, irregular past forms. Now we already know what regular and irregular past forms are. We have studied it in the verb section. Yes, verb chapter, sorry. So I saw a movie yesterday. I didn't see a play yesterday. You see the difference? Last year I traveled to Japan. Last year I didn't travel to Korea. Did you have dinner last night? The question starts with did and the negative sentence has didn't. Did not actually, then its contraction is didn't. Now past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used to describe action that began in the past and often continued for a short period of time after the action started. This tense describes action or event that happened at a specific time in the past, forming the past continuous tense. So when the past continuous tense is formed, the past tends to be with the base of main verb plus ending ing in form of the verb. What is the to be base in the past tense? Yes, was and were. M is are when they become past are was and were. Was is for singular and were is for plural plus V for plus ing. So V plus ing part of present and past continuous are exactly the same. What changes? The helping verb. They become the past. M is are becomes was and were in past continuous. And without them or ing, past continuous cannot exist. Past continuous means was verb plus ing. That's it. So I was watching television when she called me last night. So the present continuous tense is was watching. Okay. Now you go through the usage and examples and the structure. Yes. Of simple past tense. We have studied this. The negative and question both. Then past continuous tense also, the negative and the question both. These you should be familiar. Read carefully all these things. We have studied it well till now. Just you should keep in mind the usage. But the most important thing for you is the structure, positive, negative and question. This it should be on your fingertips. Usage you will slowly learn. So the difference of simple past and past continuous we already know. Read this slide thoroughly. Mostly it refers to past completed actions of habits and facts. Like simple present tense is also about habits and facts. This is completed habits and facts. Okay. And then past continuous tense also interrupted action, specific time, interruption and parallel action. These all are past expressed through past continuous. Now again we will solve an exercise. Here we will use the same verb as the simple present and simple past and past continuous. Okay, for past, simple past, for go is went, and what will be the past continuous? Yes, were going, depending on the number of the subject. So it's plural, so were. So you can solve this. Pause and solve and check. I hope you got all the right answers. Thank you.